thing first. I am the realist, like no. This concealer that we will be using today, this is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer, and this is in medium deep, and that's what we will be using to prime our eyes, to hide our discoloration on our eyes, to make everything one shade and give us a smooth base so that our shades and colors can shine and pop and look poppin', which I actually didn't do wrong in that video. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it and apply it on my eye. Period. Poop. And as you can see, you want to blend it into the concealer that you used for your brows. Just blend it into it. Make it look like it's kind of transitioning into a lighter color. And you can definitely use a brush for this. You do not have to use your finger. I just feel like the finger blends it out better for me. So in that video, I actually did set my concealer, but I learned that I can't talk, wow. That the shadows are more pigmented and they show more and they're really brighter when you do not set your concealer. As you can see in my videos, I stopped setting my concealer. I cannot explain anything right now, wow. Plus, by adding the shadows to your eyelids or to the concealer, you're already kind of setting it with the colors, so it's really no reason for you to just set it with the powder when you're about to set it anyway. It's like setting it twice. Why do the extra work? So we're gonna do things a little differently. In that video, colors were definitely not showing as much as they should have, especially the crease colors that I used and all that blending. They definitely weren't showing, and this is why. This is why they weren't showing. The method I used in that video was starting with your base color and then going into your crease, which definitely works. I'm not saying that it doesn't. But in the brushes I were using were too blendy, and I was basically over blending, which normally isn't a problem, especially when you're a beginner. We're gonna use a different method, which I use in most of my videos. My recent videos, I've been using this method, and it's the one where you start with the crease color instead of the base color, and then you slowly build up. That gives you a better blend in transition, and honestly, it's much easier. I did use that palette in this video because I've had this palette for years, and I tapped into this shade to be exact. So basically, we're gonna go in opposite order than I went in that video. I'm gonna have that video on the screen somewhere, and you're just gonna see how different these looks are. So I'm starting off with that shade, and I'm just going to pack it in this area. And then I'm going to be going in this palette, which is the main palette I used in that video. Still got it. I actually have two of it. This one, which is to Take Me to Brazil, and another one is Take Me Back to Brazil. They pop in, very inexpensive, good for beginners. I'm gonna tap into that same purple I used in that video, and we're going to apply it a little bit above this one, but not too far up, more like barely above it. And we're just going to pat this on top. And maybe like a millimeter above it, but we're really just going to put it a little bit above it and then blend it on top of it. So that's what we're doing right now. And this pink shade, which I use a lot, we're gonna tap into that because this was the main shade that I wanted it to look like. So we're just gonna dig all up in there. So I'm gonna put this one right above that one, you see? Because this is the main color, so we're gonna pack it up. It's okay if it get a little bit up into your brow, that is fine. And we're just gonna pat this all over it. So we're just doing the same thing we do with all the other colors, and we're just patting this color here since this is the main color, I'm bringing it just a little bit farther down to really just blend everything together. You see, we're getting there. Now, in that video, I did take a little bit of this color and I applied it kind of in between the purple and the pink. So we're just gonna do the same thing and add a little bit there. Because remember, that pink shade is the main shade. So we're gonna take a blending brush, any blending brush is fine, and we're going to blend out the edges of this. Now I'm just going to do circular motions. I'm going to take a little bit of the pink and tap into that to help with the blending. And one thing I will say, do not be scared to bring your shadows up to your eyebrows. Trust me, everything will look fine at the end. That was one of my problems in that video. I was always scared to bring my eyeshadow too far up to my eyebrows, so all my eyeshadow ended up being in like this small space on my eyelids, and it wasn't it. It wasn't it. Okay, I'm going back with my flat top brush that I was using, and I'm going to tap back into this hot pink shade, and we're just going to add a little bit more. So using the same Maybelline concealer that I used for the base, we're going to use it to also cut the crease. And it's okay that it looks kind of messy. Everything will be cleaned up and it will look so neat, like none of this ever happened. Don't be afraid to get messy.
And because I used this method and I wasn't afraid to bring my shadow a little bit up, I'm able to cut my crease, making it bigger and giving the illusion that I have bigger eyelids than in the other video where my eyelids look smaller.
And you see, this eye compared to this eye, makeup gives that illusion that your eyelids are bigger if you do it the right way. In that video, my eyelids look really small because I didn't do it the right way. But here, my eyelids look really big, like I have all this eye space when I really have really chinky eyes. Like as you can see, my eyes are pretty chinky. Don't worry if you have chinky eyes, you can definitely make it look bigger with makeup. So in that video, I used this exact same palette and I tapped into this yellow shade. I actually went into the hot pink shade first, but I'm gonna go into the yellow. You just wanna roll it around in there, make sure it gets a lot of color on. This palette does have a lot of fall off, so you probably wanna do this before you do your foundation. And I'm just going to pack this on. And then I'm going into that same hot pink shade, and that is going in the middle. And then I'm going into the orange shade. I'm tapping into this one because it's a little bit darker. And then I'm gonna pat it into that last spot right here. And like I did in that video, I'm going to go back into this dark purple that we used, just taking a little bit, and I'm going to make sure our crease is nice and detailed. And like I did in that video, we'll be taking the NYX glitter primer. I'm gonna use this little applicator, get a little bit of that. And this is the same gold glitter I used in that video. Makeup really lasts forever. And I'm just going to take the glitter primer first, put a line right above the cut crease, I should say. Take the glitter and apply it. And then I'm gonna take my highlight like I did in the video and highlight my brow bone. Nothing's really changed about that. Look at that, look at that. Come on now. Y'all wasn't ready for all this. And in that video, I did do a wing, so we're gonna do a wing, but it's gonna be a very small wing because it wasn't a big wing in the video, so yeah, you don't want to take from all what's going on, which is what I think I was trying to do. It's kind of weird because I don't do big wings. I mean little wings. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye, plop some lashes on, and we're gonna come back and finish our face. So I'm gonna use my vitamin E oil to moisturize my face per usual. And then I'm going to use my Pro Prep primer by LA Girl. This stuff really just hides my big pores because my pores are huge. So if you have big pores, pop this LA Girl Pro Prep HD High Definition Smooth Face Primer. It does exactly that. No cap. Give me skin. So going in with my two favorite foundations, the Black Radiance Foundation in Cocoa Bean and the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir Foundation in Hazelnut. Oh yeah, it has SP20 in here. I did not know that. It's lightweight, but it can also be full coverage, so it's buildable. This might be oil free, but it makes my skin glow. So if you have dry skin, this is perfect. I have a combination skin, so I use this and I use this, and they just work well together. Yes. As always, I'll put this one around the edges, like a drop. Use my foundation brush to blend all of this in. For concealer, we're actually going to use the same concealer I used in that video, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm going to mix Cafe and Hazelnut together. Take my damp beauty blender. These are so soft and they're new. Oh my gosh, love new beauty blenders. And I'm just gonna blend everything in. And now I'm gonna set everything with the Airspun translucent powder, which is right here. I'm taking this cream Black Radiance palette. It is a contour palette. It has contour, sculpting shade, and highlight. This can be used as a contour shade depending on your skin tone. So yes, I'm gonna use the darkest one because that's what matches my skin tone. And I'm just going to contour. I'm going to set it using the powder Black Radiance contour. Going to the sculpting shade, I'm just going to dust all of it off. taking the same old blush that I always use because I love it so much. I'm gonna blush up these cheekbones. So nothing really has changed in my routine since that video, my foundation and contouring routine. Actually, this is the highlight I used from that video. It's so pretty, but it's falling apart. I'm gonna use this to highlight. I forgot how much I love this highlight also. Wow, too gorgeous. Wow. Go back into this palette, tap into the pink shade, so messy, and put that under our eyes. Then I'm going into that purple shade, and we're gonna add that right under that one. Taking the same NYX glitter primer, the same glitter, we're going to add a little under our eye. And like in that video, I'm going into my Liberian Geh Heavy Metals palette, and I'm going to tap into Twisted and put this in my inner corner. My eyes are popping. Before we do our lip, I'm going to spray my face using the Mario Badescu setting spray. Pat everything in using my sponge. Actually going to do the exact same lip with the exact same products from that video. So I'm using my brown lip liner and my lipstick from Wet n Wild. This is Just Peachy number 903C. And now I'm going in with Just Peachy. And I took this exact same lip gloss that was probably fuller back then, but I applied this on my lips. And this is the final look. I'm going to do a side-by-side with the old video and this video, and we're going to see how much I've changed and improved in my makeup. And yeah, this is going to be fun. So that was in the video. I hope you guys liked this. Make sure that you thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, because why aren't you not subscribed yet? If you made it to end this video, you should already be subscribed, sis. Join. It's popping. We lit, period. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to put that notification bell on. Put that notification bell on so you do not miss out on all of this. And comment below what colors you want me to do in my next tutorial look. I'm gonna try to do these back to back. But yeah, make sure that you comment below what colors you want to see in my next tutorial, and I will definitely use your suggestions to come up with my next look. Remember to be beautiful and love yourself, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Period.